North Korea, mysterious, often misunderstood and rarely seen up close. Headlines and distant images shape our perceptions, but what if we could step inside, even for a moment? Imagine a world preserved in time, quiet streets, no blaring ads, only the hum of bicycles and distant music. Here, life moves slowly, inviting you to observe and listen deeply. My journey is not about politics, but about finding the everyday humanity. Morning commutes, shared meals, laughter, and hope. Let's walk these streets together, leaving preconceptions behind, and discover the quiet dignity of daily life in a place few truly know. This is a story of connection, of seeing the universal threads that bind us all. Pyongyang wakes gently, the city stirring to the sound of a melodic public alarm. As the first rays of sunlight spill over the Taedong River, the city's skyline glows softly, casting long shadows across the wide boulevards. The public loudspeakers, a signature of North Korean mornings, broadcast a familiar tune that signals the start of a new day, echoing through the quiet streets and into every home. Workers in simple uniforms move in unison, bicycles weave through the streets, and trolley buses glide by in red and cream. The city's arteries fill with people of all ages, some heading to factories, others to offices, and a few elderly residents stretching in the parks or taking a brisk morning walk along the riverbank. The rhythm is steady, almost choreographed, as if the city itself is performing a daily ritual. There's order and calm, no rush, no chaos, just a collective rhythm. People wait patiently in neat lines for public transport, exchanging polite nods and quiet greetings. Street vendors begin to set up their stalls, arranging fresh produce and simple goods, preparing for the day ahead. Children in red scarves chatter on their way to school, their laughter mingling with the morning air, while a traffic warden directs the sparse flow with balletic precision. Parents wave goodbye at the school gates, sending their children off with gentle encouragement and proud smiles. Look closer, and you see individuals. A woman adjusting her scarf against the morning chill. Friends sharing a quiet word before parting ways. Caretakers sweeping the pavements with practiced motions. On balconies above, an elderly couple shares a simple breakfast, watching the city come alive below. The city's soundscape is unique. No traffic roar, just the sweep of brooms, children's laughter, and distant announcements from the loudspeakers. Occasionally, the flutter of birds between apartment blocks adds a natural melody to the urban morning. Life here is disciplined, yet familiar, waking, working, learning, all unfolding with a quiet, steady energy. Each person follows a routine, but there's comfort in the repetition, a sense of belonging to something larger. Beneath the surface, the patterns of daily life echo those found everywhere. Families gather for breakfast, children rush to find their school bags, and adults check the time before heading out. The details may differ, but the essence of morning is universal. Pyongyang's mornings are a portrait of unity, but also of countless private worlds. Each face in the crowd carries its own story, its own hopes and worries, quietly woven into the city's collective rhythm. The city hums with a pulse all its own, a blend of discipline, tradition, and the small, personal moments that make up the fabric of daily life in Pyongyang. Leaving the city, the landscape transforms into rolling hills and patchwork fields, untouched, peaceful, timeless. Farmers work the land with simple tools, oxen plowing soil as children play along dusty roads. Life here follows the sun in seasons, not the clock. Villages are modest, homes lined in neat rows, gardens out back, and a strong sense of community. Neighbors share chores, laughter, and stories under the open sky. The connection to the land is deep, survival, and hope drawn from the earth itself. There's admiration for the resilience and hard work, and a poignant recognition of the daily toil. Witnessing this rural life is humbling, a reminder of the effort behind every meal. Here, humanity and nature are inseparable. To truly know North Korea, you must taste its food. Each bite is a window into the nation's soul, a story told through flavor and tradition. And just as important, you must watch its people move, observe how they walk, gather, and interact, for movement here is a language of its own. Meals are simple, but deeply meaningful. Steamed rice, the staple of every table, is more than food. It's a symbol of sustenance and unity. Kimchi, spicy and fermented, and clear, warming soup are ever present, each dish carrying generations of tradition and care. Every meal is a link to the past. Pyongyang cold noodles, chewy, chilled, and tangy, are a national favorite, enjoyed on special occasions and everyday meals alike. Bibimbap, with its vibrant colors and nourishing ingredients, reflects the diversity and resourcefulness of the people. Food here is more than sustenance. It is pride, history, and connection. Each dish is prepared with care, shared with respect, and eaten together, reinforcing bonds between family and community. Travel across the country is slow and communal. Bicycles glide through city streets, crowded buses carry workers and students, and patient queues form at every stop. These daily movements reflect a culture of patience and togetherness. Customs matter deeply. Bowing to elders, removing shoes before entering a home, and showing respect at every meal are gestures woven into the fabric of daily life. These acts of respect are not just habits, they are the threads that hold the social fabric together, passed down through generations. Rituals here aren't empty, they are meaningful, binding people to each other and to their shared history. Observing these customs reveals a deep desire for order, harmony, and mutual understanding in society. Even in the way people move and interact, there is a quiet discipline and grace, a reflection of the nation's collective spirit. Through food, movement, and custom, the spirit of North Korea is made visible, resilient, proud, and deeply connected. In these everyday moments, the soul of North Korea quietly reveals itself, inviting us to look closer and understand more deeply. Amid routine and duty, small joys shine. Families picnicking in parks, laughter, kites in the sky. Dreams here are universal. A student hopes to teach, a mother wishes for her child's health. Ambitions are simple: security, purpose, and well-being for loved ones. Work is central, assigned by the state, but pride and meaning are found in every role. Arts and entertainment offer color. State TV, local cinema, and synchronized performances. These moments of leisure and expression are cherished, breaking the monotony of daily life. Even in a structured society, people find ways to celebrate, aspire, and connect. The human spirit endures, quietly but unmistakably. The strongest impression is the deep sense of community. Neighbors are like family, always ready to help. Life is lived openly. Support and responsibility are shared from childhood. Children learn teamwork and loyalty early, shaping a society built on collective effort. Privacy is different here, but so is loneliness. No one faces hardship alone. Illness or loss is met with communal care, creating a powerful safety net. During harvests or holidays, the collective spirit shines. Mass dances, shared work, and celebrations of unity. These events are more than spectacle. They affirm a shared identity and purpose. The bonds here are strong, forged by necessity and tradition. In North Korea, community is both shield and anchor. As my journey through North Korea comes to a close, I'm reminded of a simple truth. A country is not defined by its politics, its monuments, or the headlines that so often shape our perceptions. Instead, it is defined by its people, by the everyday lives unfolding quietly behind closed doors and bustling streets. The farmer who rises with the sun to tend the fields, hands weathered by years of hard work, and the hopeful student who dreams of a future beyond the horizon. The family gathered around a simple meal, sharing laughter and stories. These are the true soul of North Korea, the heartbeat that pulses beneath the surface. The world is often divided by borders, by barbed wire, and by the loud voices of politics and media, but travel has a way of revealing the infinite shades of humanity that exist beyond those barriers. Behind every fence, every checkpoint, people still love, they still dream, they still find moments of joy and connection, and they hope for a better tomorrow, just as we do, no matter where we come from. Empathy doesn't mean agreement. It means having the courage and willingness to understand, to listen without judgment, to see a stranger not as an outsider, but as a fellow traveler on this journey of life. Building bridges of respect and curiosity is perhaps our greatest task. Let's choose to wonder, not to judge, to seek out the stories whispered in quiet corners, in the laughter of children and the wisdom of elders, not just those shouted in headlines or written in official reports. The more we open our minds and hearts, the more we discover our shared humanity, the invisible threads that connect us all. Thank you for joining me on this journey. let's keep our hearts open for the countless stories still waiting to be discovered. The world is vast, mysterious, and full of wonder, and every story, no matter how small, enriches us all and brings us closer together.